Okay, so we've moved on to the modules pages now, as you can see here, the course modules page. And basically all I've done is simply typed in this text, which is what you need to do also, and it's in the book for you to follow. So what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to highlight these three areas, and I'm going to change these to heading 2. I'm also going to use my increase indent maybe once or twice, maybe 3 times, just to move them in, just to make it look better. Okay, so underneath here now, I'm going to put in subjects year 1. All I'm doing is preparing this page, because what we're going to do here is we're going to start putting in anchors on the page. But before I can do that, I really have to go get the text for you and put it in place. So I'm going to go back over here now because I didn't close the text file. And here's year 1, so I'm going to take all of that from there. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go back and I'm going to paste it in place. And I'm going to highlight, again, I think there's a line, I think there's a space there, so I might just get rid of it. Yep. I'm going to highlight now just subjects year 1, and I'm going to put them in as again as a heading 2, and I'm going to highlight from there to there, and I'm going to click on the bullets, which is right here, and that's the bullets done. So I'm going to come underneath here now, and I'm going to do exactly the same for year 2 and year 3. Back in a moment. Okay, so that's all 3 in there now. I'm going to save this. I'm also going to go to the text file now because that's the end of the text that I'm going to use there. So I'm going to close that text file, so we don't need it anymore. Going to go see what this looks like now in the browser, so I'll just quickly F5 this, and there we are. So we can actually see quite neatly and tidily that that's now sitting nice. But we can now also see the need for anchors, so that if I have finished reading subject years 3, I want to be able to say, go back to the top and then jump from here all the way back up to here. So that's what we're going to set in motion right now. Okay, so we're back here in KompoZer again, back on the course modules page, and I'm going to put some internal anchors in here to enable us to go backwards and forwards on this page as we wish. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to put one at the very, very top. So I'm going to place the cursor at the very, very top. I'm going to go to anchor, and I'm going to call this anchor top and say OK. So the next place I want anchors is on top of these subject headings areas here. So I'm going to go to the beginning of this line here, this where the subject is, and I'm going to ask for an anchor here. I'm going to call this one year 1 and OK. Again down here, again anchor again, and this one is going to be year 2. The final one here is going to be an anchor, and that's going to be year 3 and OK. Alright, so what we need to do now is we need to link year 1 to this heading, year 2 to its own, and year 3 again down below. So how we do that is this. We now highlight year 1, we go to link, we open up our possible links, which is in here, and what I want to link to is year 1 and OK. And as you can see, we've now got a line underneath this suggesting now that this is a hyperlink. So we're going to highlight this one, and we're going to go to link, and again what we want here is the one we put in for this one, which was year 2 and OK. And finally for year 3, so I'll identify that, and we'll go to link, and this is where we want year 3 and OK. The final thing we have to do now is put in back to the top at the end of each section. So let's come down here, let's press return twice and type in the words back to the top, highlight the words, select your link, and select the anchor that we put in, which was the top, and OK. Let's step that in a couple of times just to make it look good. Okay, so we go down and do it to year 2 now. I'm going to click in here, there we go, back to the top, identify it as what we want, go to the link, open this up, and we'll go and get top and say OK, and stepping it in twice, and finally for year 3 back to the top again highlighting it, going back to our link, opening up or selecting the top one, OK, stepping it in twice, clicking away, that's excellent. Let's save it. Now let's go have a look on our browser to see what it looks like. There we go. So if we click year 1, there we go, back to the top, excellent. Year 2, back to the top, excellent again, and year 3, and back to the top. That's absolutely excellent, well done. Okay, and then that's our course modules page finished, and now we move on to the next page.